Hello students, how do you do? Take care of yourself, your parents and your siblings during COVID-19. I am Vinay Kumar Singh, lecturer English at SPIC, Sirgaon District, Jhansi. Today I am going to teach you the remaining 3 stanzas of the poem Character of a Happy Life, composed by Sir Henry Wotton. Students, after studying the poem, you will be able to develop the skills of listening, reading, writing and speaking English correctly. Students will be able to think in imaginative, creative and interpretative way. They will start thinking as critique. The students will be able to develop their interest in the subject, English subject and poetry. They will achieve some specific objectives. The objectives, they will be able to understand the sense and meaning of the poem. They will be able to increase their vocabulary after studying the poem. They will be able to understand the importance of the poem Character of a Happy Life and happiness in the real life. Students, let's start from the fourth stanza of the poem. Who envies none whom chance doth raise, nor wise who never understood how deepest wounds are given with praise, nor rules of state but rules of good. In this stanza, the poet Sir Henry Wotton says that a truly happy man is open-hearted man, plain in his dealings. He is above worldly evils like envy and jealousy. We find different types of persons in world. Some of them are not hardworking. Even they don't have any talent, they don't deserve, but in real life they achieve success, they get high position, greatness, eminence, name and fame by chance, only by chance, not because of the dint of their merit. A truly happy man does not envy such persons as achieve greatness, name and fame only on the basis of luck, by chance. Some persons adopt unfair means, wicked means to achieve greatness in life. And a truly happy man, a man who is happy in the true sense of term, is never jealous of such persons, because he is above such things. कवि कहता है कि ऐसा व्यक्ति जो सचमुच में सुखी है, प्रसन्नचित है, वो खुले दिल का व्यक्ति होता है, उसके दिल में कोई मैल नहीं होता है, कोई कुत्सित इरादे नहीं होते हैं, कुत्सित इरादे नहीं होते हैं। दुनिया में ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो परिश्रमी नहीं होते हैं, जिनके अंदर कोई प्रतिभा नहीं होती है, मात्र अवसर मिल जाने से भाग्य के कारण जिंदगी में नाम, पद, प्रतिष्ठा प्राप्त कर लेते हैं। कुछ लोग ऐसे भी होते हैं जो अनुचित साधनों का प्रयोग करके, कुटिलताओं का प्रयोग करके, दुष्टता का प्रयोग करके, धूर्तता का प्रयोग करते जिंदगी में प्रसिद्धि प्राप्त कर लेते हैं, ऊंचे पद प्राप्त कर लेते हैं, परंतु एक सही अर्थों में सुखी व्यक्ति ऐसे लोगों से न तो ईर्ष्या रखता है, न द्वेष भाव रखता है। नाउ वाइस who never understood how deepest wounds are given with praise. He never feels jealous of such persons as are deceitful, as are cheater. In the world, most of people we find are deceitful, of cheating nature. They cheat persons. They praise sky high in the presence of that person, but in the absence of that person, they stab in back. They never realize that by false praise, very deep wounds are given to open-hearted persons, good persons. They never realize the fact that the wounds they give the people by false praise can never be healed, can never be recovered. A happy person, a truly happy person, has no grudge against such persons as praise false in the presence and stab in the absence. Not rules of state, but rules of good. A truly happy person is a person who is self-controlled, self-disciplined. He doesn't care for the rules, norms, regulations and the laws made by autocratic governments. The governments which create rules and regulations not in public good, not in the greater good of mankind. He is guided by his own ethics, rules. He observes and follows the rules, regulations he has made for himself. And these rules and regulations are the rules of ethics, morality. He follows his own rules. That's why he is a happy person in the true sense of the term. Now come to the second stanza. Who God doth late and early play, more of his grace than gives to lend. Who entertains the harmless day with a well-chosen book or friend. The poet says that a truly happy person, a person who is happy in the true sense of the term, worships God. He is a God-fearing person. He believes in God, in the existence of God. He worships God whenever he finds times. He has no fixed time. It may be early, it may be late, any time. Whenever he finds time, he worships God. He worships God to thank Him, to express his gratitude to God for all those gifts God has bestowed upon him. God has bestowed many gifts to us. He has given us limbs, eyes to see, ears to hear, tongue to talk, a balanced mind and heart, and the truly happy person thanks in his worship to God for all these things, all the talents, all the things He has bestowed upon him. He doesn't pray, he doesn't worship God to request him to get more and more wealth, property. No. He does not want anything else from God. He worships only to thank him, only to express his gratitude. एक सही मायनों में सुखी व्यक्ति, प्रसन्नचित्त व्यक्ति ईश्वर में आस्था रखने वाला होता है। उसे जब भी समय मिलता है, देर सवेर सुबह शाम, वो ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करता है, ईश्वर की आराधना करता है, अर्चना करता है, इबादत करता है। वो ईश्वर से की जब इबादत करता है, पूजा करता है, तो उसको वो उसके द्वारा दिए गए उपहारों के लिए उसको धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता है, अपनी कृतज्ञता ज्ञापित करता है। वो ईश्वर की पूजा इसलिए नहीं करता है क्योंकि उसे ईश्वर से कुछ चाहिए, धन संपत्ति दौलत प्रसिद्धि नाम ये सब चीजें चाहिए, नहीं, इसलिए नहीं पूजा करता है, बल्कि इसलिए कि वो ईश्वर को धन्यवाद दे सके। वो प्रतिदिन ईश्वर को धन्यवाद देता है कि जो कुछ उसने ईश्वर ने उसको ऊपर न्यौछावर किया उसके लिए उसका ऋणी है, उसका कृतज्ञ। Who entertains the harmless day with a well-chosen book or friend? A truly happy person, he spends the whole day without doing any harm with his words, with his action. He spends whole day without hurting the feelings of others or anyone, whether by his action or by his word. He is a man who spends most of his time in the company of good books, beautiful books, the books which have positive thoughts, which help him to broaden his outlook, to make him more and more considerate person. He spends most of his time in the company of such books as may enlarge his outlook, as may enlarge his views, as may make him more and more positive. And that's why he spends his time in the company of books written by great scholars, great thinkers, great persons. Moreover, he spends his time in the company of good friends, faithful friends. The friends who help to make him a person of broad outlook. positive thought thinking person. His friends fill him with positive attitude towards life, towards society, towards country. ऐसा व्यक्ति जो सचमुच में सही मायने में सुखी है, प्रसन्नचित है, वो अपना जीवन पूरा दिन बिना किसी की भावनाओं को ठेस पहुंचाए, चाहे वो कर्म से हो, चाहे वाणी से हो, शब्दों से हो, बिना किसी को ठेस पहुंचाए, बिना किसी को दुख दिए वो अपना पूरा दिन व्यतीत करता है। या तो वो अपना दिन सुंदर पुस्तकों के बीच में व्यतीत करता है, उन पुस्तकों के बीच में जिनसे उसका दृष्टिकोण बड़ा होता है, उसकी सोच सकारात्मक होती है, उसकी ऊर्जा में वृद्धि होती है, सकारात्मक ऊर्जा में वृद्धि होती है। या अथवा ऐसे फ्रेंड्स के साथ जो उसके दृष्टिकोण को बड़ा करते हैं, जो उसमें सकारात्मक ऊर्जा भरते हैं, ऐसे मित्रों के साथ वो अपना समय व्यतीत करता है। तो ऐसा मानव इसीलिए सचमुच में प्रसन्न है, सुखी है। Let's come to the last stanza of the poem. This man is free from servile bells. A truly happy person is a man who wants to enjoy freedom, liberty in his life. He wants to remain free, and that's why this man is free from the chains of slavery, from the bondages of slavery. He wants to remain free, always free, of hope to rise, of fear to fall. He does not want to remain worried, under hope to rise in his life, under hope of rising very high in his life, and that's why he remains worried. He is a man who is not afraid of his downfall. He remains indifferent during his rise, during his progress, and during his failure in life, during his disaster in life. Failures do not discourage him in life. He is not a man who is very much influenced by downfall in life. Lord of himself, though not of lands. वह एक ऐसा व्यक्ति है जिसे जिंदगी में किसी बहुत बड़ी आशा के कारण चिंतित रहने की आवश्यकता नहीं। न तो उसे जिंदगी में अवनति का भय है, डर है, खौफ है, चिंता है, स्ट्रेस है, और न सफलताओं से बहुत उत्साहित होता है। सफलताओं से बहुत ज़्यादा वो उत्साहित या प्रभावित नहीं होता है, और न वो असफलताओं से प्रभावित होता है। Lord of himself, though not of lands. Such a man as is truly happy in life is a man who is Lord of himself, who is master of himself. Though he has not lot of wealth, lot of property, movable as well as immovable, he doesn't have a very big empire. He is Lord of his own mind and heart. Although he doesn't possess lot of wealth, property in life, yet he is satisfied. He has contentment, and having nothing he hath all. Though he doesn't have lots of property, though he doesn't have much riches, though he doesn't have a big empire, though he doesn't have lots of worldly materials, he is contented. He is satisfied. He is satisfied with his life. He is contented with his life. And all those persons who are satisfied with their life are really happy. It is said that contentment is the greatest happiness. All those persons who are contented, who are satisfied, are really very happy. This is the greatest happiness on the earth. If a person is not satisfied, if a person is not contented with his life, he cannot lead a happy life. He cannot live a truly happy life. ऐसा व्यक्ति जो सचमुच में, जो सही मायनों में सुखी व्यक्ति है, प्रसन्नचित्त व्यक्ति है, वो स्वयं का मालिक है, स्वयं का राजा है, स्वयं का सम्राट है। भले उसके पास बहुत बड़ी संपत्ति ना हो, चल अचल संपत्ति ना हो, धन दौलत नहीं हो, बड़े साम्राज्य का वो मालिक नहीं है, सम्राट नहीं है, परंतु वो अपने दिल दिमाग का मालिक है, दिल दिमाग का राजा है। उसके पास कुछ भी नहीं है, फिर भी उसके पास सब कुछ है, उसके पास संतुष्टि है। ये कहा जाता है कि संतोषम परम धनम, संतोषम परम सुखम। संतोष सबसे बड़ा सुख है, संतोष सबसे बड़ा धन है। अगर इस दुनिया में जिस व्यक्ति के पास धन नहीं है, संतुष्टि नहीं है, उसके पास चाहे जितना धन आ जाए, दुनिया भर की संपदा आ जाए, दुनिया भर का साम्राज्य उसके अंदर में आ जाए, उसके नियंत्रण में आ जाए, वो सुखी नहीं रह सकता है। वो उसका मन तो भिखारी की तरह ही रह सकता है। हिंदी में कहा गया है, गजधन वजधन वाजधन और रतन धन खान, जब आवे संतोष धन सब धन धूल समान। संतुष्टि जब आती है तो व्यक्ति जो है अपनी जिंदगी में बहुत बड़ी ऊंचाइयां प्राप्त करता है। तो सचमुच में जो एक प्रसन्नचित्त व्यक्ति है, उसके पास भले कुछ भी नहीं है, लेकिन उसके पास सब कुछ है। दुनिया का हर व्यक्ति सिर्फ इसी बात के लिए संघर्षरत है कि उसे सुख मिल जाए, और सुख उसे तब तक नहीं मिल सकता है जब तक कि उसे संतुष्टि न हो। In the last stanza, last line of the last stanza, the poet has used figure of speech oxymoron. And having nothing he hath all. This line, there is very beautiful use of figures of speech oxymoron. Two things which are not antagonistic to each other have been expressed here. And having nothing, he hath all. Dear students, we have completed the poem. You all will write the central idea. This is your assignment. All of you will write the central idea of the poem, Character of a Happy Life, in your own words. Okay? And you will try to explain each stanza of the poem with a reference to the context. Students, we have studied the complete poem, and I hope that you will have achieved the objectives of studying poem. You will have been able to develop the skills of intensive listening, reading, writing and speaking English correctly. Secondly, you will be able to think in imaginative, interactive, creative manner. You will start thinking as a critic. You will find your interest increased in your subject, English and poetry. You will have also be able to achieve some specific objectives. Your vocabulary will be enriched. Your vocabulary will be increased. You will be able to understand the sense of poetry, will be sense and meaning of the poem very well. Finally, you will be able to understand the poem Character of a Happy Life and its importance and importance of happiness in life. Means, after completing this complete poem, I hope you will be able to achieve the general objectives as well as specific objectives of studying poetry, the particular poem. You will write and learn the central idea of the poem. Students, you have to explain stanzas from first to the last one. Last stanza is the important one. Thanks, students. Okay.